I love running
What's up, guys? This is Asian with Cards, and we have Garrett, and he's playing Red Dragon Archfiend. And you got top 4, what, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, last week.
Okay, and he has also the cool mat.
Yes,
It's not
sir.
signed, right?
No, not signed, sadly.
Okay.
I would love that.
So it's pretty much like, what, 3 structure decks and like some other stuff?
3 structure decks and some Bystial cards from the
Okay.
tins. And
Yeah, sounds good. Let's go with the profile.
so you definitely play 3 Soul Resonator, Soul Resonator. It's pretty much a 1-card combo.
It's one of the new cards?
Yeah, one of the new cards.
Okay.
I play 2 Crimson Resonator because if you open it, it's, you can summon it still off of, or you can special summon it from your hand, and then normal summon a level 4 or something, get into your Red Rising. It's not bad to open. It's also not bad to Foolish with a card I'll show later. Then I play 2 Vision Resonator. I was messing around with 1, but 2 is just great because you can special it from hand if you control any Bystial monster, except for Lubellion. And then when it's sent to the graveyard, it searches for Crimson Gaia, which just continues, gets you almost anything in your deck that you need. 1 Synchron Resonator just gets you into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, so one of your negates. And then Red Resonator, summon from deck, target Red Rising, gain 2,100 life points.
Oh, it's a burn card, right?
Heals you, gives you more life. So wins in time, and also just helps if they break your board, helps you to start to grind. So that's it for the Resonators. And then for another new card that is just another custom card, it's Bone Archfiend. Just send a card from your hand or field to the graveyard and he'll special himself. And then you can target your Soul Resonator or any of your cards to increase or decrease its level after sending a Fiend from your deck to your graveyard. And then he just gets you into Red Rising. So normally you'll Foolish the Crimson Resonator, go to Red Rising, and then summon 2 more Resonators from deck. And he's searchable with the Soul Resonator, so just the best card in your deck, honestly. 1 Wandering King, Wild King. He comes up sometimes if you have to special summon the Crimson Resonator. I want to cut it, try to make space for the main deck Lunar Eclipse since you're playing Red Dragon Archfiend. But he comes up sometimes. And then MVP for some games is the Obsessive Oovaloop. Just banish a card while it's in the graveyard to add it, a synchro card from your graveyard while he's in the graveyard to add it to hand, and then banish another one to special him from hand. So you can just banish 2 cards to fuel your banish zone for Red Rising.
How much was that common? Is it expensive?
It's like, when I got it was like $1 or $2, so not too bad.
Yeah.
3 Bystial Lubellion, mandatory. I'm playing a turn skip, so it gets you E2'd from deck. 3 Sarnir, it can Foolish your Lubellion. Then you have 2 Duros Worm. I play 2. Some people that I was talking to wanted me to play 3, but I play 2 because I like the 1 Baldrake. It can really hurt the Unchained deck. You can just banish their Yama before they get the chance to use the banish effect themselves.
So that's how many Bystials? That's a lot, right?
Yeah, I think I play 10 Bystial total.
Okay.
And then 1 Magnamut. My curse tonight was Marin's.
I
lost
water
to Marincess. Then I lost a Yumi Control. And there was another water deck that just murked me. So
that's your weakness.
My weakness is water decks. I can't beat them. For non-engine, I just play the 3 Ash, 3 Effect Veiler, because funnily enough, Effect Veiler plus Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss is just like Dark Chaos Angel. So sometimes you just normal summon it after using the negate, make Chaos Angel, opponent doesn't expect it, and they cry. And then for the spells, I play 3 Resonator Call, searches your Soul Resonator, which is the best card in your deck.
This is full combo, right?
Yeah, that card's just full combo.
This full combo.
Yeah, this full combo too. It searches any card, or adds a card from your deck or graveyard to hand that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend, and Soul Resonator does. And it's just a custom card because if a card is destroyed, you can special summon a Red Dragon Archfiend from the graveyard, and Scarred Dragon Archfiend counts as Red Dragon Archfiend while in the field and graveyard, so you can just keep looping Red Dragon Archfiend and Scarred Dragon Archfiend, which is kind of funny. Then the 1 Branded Regained, just, try to recur Magnamut and some other cards if you can, and just try to keep advantage if you're in a grind game. And then the 3 traps I play are the 1 Etude. It's a floodgate for... That card's insane. It lets you synchro summon on your opponent's turn, so that's how you Calamity Lock in this deck.
Okay.
And then it's also just a floodgate, so Flu, if they were... I mean, it doesn't really hurt Flu because they like to banish anyway, but if they use any material for like Link summoning or Fusion summoning, it's just banished instead of going to the graveyard. And then the other branded card is Branded Beast. Not really good into Unchained, I sided out there, but
Anything else is pretty good.
Anything else is pretty good, just an extra interruption. And then the new trap, Red Zone, just another custom card. It's special summons a Dragon Synchro from your Banish Zone.
It's a football card, dude? Red Zone? That's awesome.
Yes, sir. So it'll banish it'll reborn a banished Dark Dragon monster, Synchro, and whenever you control RDA or a card that mentions RDA, it will target and pop a card whenever your opponent activates a card effect.
That's crazy.
So once per turn, pop is pretty nice, unless you're playing against Unchained.
It's a clean 40?
Yes, this list is a clean 40, yeah. I want to add Foolish Burial to make it 41, and then I kind of want to try to play around, try to make it 42 with Lunar Eclipse in the main deck.
Okay.
Because like I said, you're playing a Red Dragon Archfiend, just book your opponent's board, make that clear the board.
Have you tried like Prosperity or anything like that?
I want to play Prosperity,
Okay.
but I don't own them.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, that just
Okay.
gets you to your 1-card combo
Okay.
as well.
I feel like every deck plays that card.
Yeah, you should just play it if you have it,
Okay.
almost any deck.
Because the extra deck's pretty like flexible, like you can like banish stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
I play 2 Red Rising Dragons. It's not once per turn, so that sometimes it'll come up that they'll imperm the first one, you can go into a second one and just reborn a Resonator and just keep going. And then you play the 1 Quebuilt. The card's okay. It comes up if you have weird numbers like level 6 Bystial and the Synchron Resonator, and that's all you can get to. Sometimes Quebuilt is enough to make it to your next turn. And then another new custom card is 2 Scarred Dragon Archfiend.
It's from the structure deck, right?
Yeah, it's from the structure deck. It's a Red Dragon Archfiend while it's on the field and in the graveyard. When it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, by destruction from battle, or synchro material, it'll just summon a Red Dragon Archfiend from the extra deck, and it's treated as a synchro summon. And then when it's sent to the graveyard as synchro material, it can destroy all face-up attack position monsters your opponent controls. So
It's all links.
yeah, it's just
not against Unchained.
not against Unchained,
Yeah,
but
everything else.
we have an answer for that in the side deck, thankfully. 1 Red Dragon Archfiend. You could play 2. That way, if you get a loop going in the graveyard with Crimson Gaia. Another card that can help you win in time is just Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. It's also just good to help clear boards. And this card is an MVP if you ever go up against Unchained. Dark and Dragon. It sends, yeah. Send, and then you can just make, if you have Synchron Resonator, just go into your Abyss. Speaking of, you play 1 Abyss. You could play 2. I like it at 1 because you can just keep looping it. If you have a Hot Red Bane. And then Tyrant is a 1-of.
This guy's big and
That
deep.
guy's insane. He summons, and you can just destroy every other card on the field. He's the only card that can attack that turn, but normally you'll have some kind of follow-up with Bystials or whatnot. Then you have the 1 Dissipator. I was playing 2 over one of the cards that are coming up, but I like it at 1. Comes up to help you keep going if you don't go into the turn skip line, if you just have banished cards and synchro plays. Then 1 Archfiend Bane. It'll tribute a card to reborn the Abyss if you use it for synchro material. Really good card. When it deals battle damage, special summon 2 tuners from your graveyard. And then card that's not mandatory but feels really good if you normal summon Effect Veiler with Abyss on the field.
Some decks can't out that.
Yeah, it's just insane. Chaos Angel. And then for Unchained, I like going into Supernova Dragon with Red Zone on the field. So if they activate a monster effect, you can banish it and banish all cards on the field. And then Red Zone will reborn the Red Supernova. So if they have follow-up, you can just Red Supernova again to banish all cards they control.
Damn.
And then it'll come back on my next end phase. And it gains 500 attack for every turn on the grave, which is really good. And then the turn skip, 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. Card's insane, doesn't need explained. Skips your opponent's turn, and they cannot...
Do you only go into this? Do you like always blind go into this combo?
Yeah,
Okay.
you try to always blind go into the turn skip. If you don't have access to Lubellion or Sarnir, you normally can't really get access to Archfiend Calamity, so it's like you try to end on... one of the combos against Unchained was just the Red Supernova and Red Rising, but it's normally if I don't have access to the turn skip, I'll try to end on something along these lines, because I mean...
And this banishes too, so it's good against Unchained.
Yeah, so it's good. RDA sometimes is good to have on your end board, even though if you... Funny thing, if you have it on your end board on your first turn and it would blow up your other monsters, you can banish the Soul Resonator from your graveyard to protect those monsters since you have RDA on the field.
That's pretty cool.
And then that is it for the extra deck. We'll go into the side deck. I'm still messing around with it a little bit.
It's for like our locals too.
Yeah, for our locals. I got, for the monsters, I play the 1 Marionette Mite, because Unchained is a thing, and Soul Resonator just searches any level 4 or lower fiend. Oh, it's an insect, never mind. I'm just dumb. I should probably play 3.
We'll edit that out.
I cheated, didn't I? Yeah, we'll edit that one out. 2 Nibiru and 3 Droll.
Yes.
Then for the spell cards, I play the 3 Book of Eclipse. Just flips everything face down. You can attack with Red Dragon Archfiend. For spell trap removal, especially post Agov, with Labyrinth getting Butler, I don't like that card, so I play 2 Lightning Storm and 1 Harpies. And then a card that came up a lot last week was actually Spellbound. Says no to Flu. They can't summon on your, or tribute summon on your turn. If you activate it at the right time. Branded Chimera really gets hurt by this card, because if they activate Chimera Fusion on your turn to go into Guardian Chimera,
Just chain that.
yeah, just chain that. They can't really get the effect. So that is about it for the deck.
But this is not where you're playing at Richmond, right?
No,
As cool as it sounds.
as cool as this deck is, if you get interrupted at the wrong spot, you kind of just lose. And if you go against water decks like Marincess, you just lose, especially if you have 4 Bystials. But this deck's really cool, really good at locals, so give it a try if you're interested.
Yeah,
so.
locals.
Locals, yeah.
Thanks for the profile.
No problem.